Here we go!
We're feeling very gay because it's almost time to play. Grab your favorite chair with the Lucky Pierres. Yeah!
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the second movie review from the Lucky Pierres. We're reviewing
Weekend at Bernie's.
A Quiet Place Part 2 today. So, here we go. All right, A Quiet Place 2. What'd you guys think? Initial thoughts? We seen it, about a week ago? Something like that?
I believe Joe said it was 2 days ago, but it was definitely more than 2 days ago.
Yeah, the opening sequence, awesome, huh? When it finally shows how the alien invasion first started.
Yeah, the opening was fantastic.
Which,
Yeah.
yes, but as I said before, which might be deleted, I feel like there's a Mandela effect thing going on. I thought part of that scene was in the original movie, and so did other people. It was not. Maybe
That's
it's
just on
maybe
you,
it's a
like-
fever dream.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what's going on here.
It's a Matrix style action, like
Yeah,
some deja vu.
Mandela effect is what that's.
What do you think? It was in the initial release and then they took it out for a Blu-ray or something?
No, I just think that we're living in a simulation and something is broken.
Yeah. But that opening scene though, how about it? That was the first scene I seen in theaters in a year and a half. I was so into it. I almost had tears in my eyes. The sound design was.
I wouldn't say that.
I swear to God, I almost did. But the sound design had kept going in and out of sound. It was just so awesomely shot and just done. Because the girl's deaf, so
Yeah.
it would be real loud action sequences and then be just silence, and you could hear the crowd and breathing and just the energy in the room is really cool.
Yeah,
Very
it was
cool.
an awesome scene.
Yep.
It was, yeah, I enjoyed how they started with the flashback because in the first one they really didn't give you any, previous stuff. It just started,
Yeah.
It's good to show
which
that.
is debatable. But
Yeah. Yeah.
then we kind of discussed this amongst ourselves before, but I feel like some of the people underreacted to the sky being on fire. They're at a youth Little League baseball game, and the clouds appear to just be set ablaze, and some people couldn't be bothered.
Yeah, but
I don't know if that's how it went.
I think they were.
I think they were just stunned. They were just looking up
yeah.
what
If that happened, you would definitely be stunned. You know what I'm saying?
you wouldn't run and screaming into the woods because there's a plane crashing.
I didn't
or
say
something.
that, but I feel like
you
I would
wouldn't-
have more of a reaction than some of the people had. I'm not saying it was a bad scene or everybody should have been pulled out a machine gun and start shooting at the clouds, but
I don't think you go into immediate hysterics. You know, if you see that.
some people would. For
Some people did. I think. But people would be all over the board. You know
also,
what I mean?
Well, they didn't want to freak out because their kids were there playing baseball. They didn't want to freak out in
Yeah,
front of their kids
yeah,
and
see?
send a
But-
full panic.
okay,
never mind.
I feel like you're reaching.
You're reaching.
But that kid, I'm that kid. I'm not taking a strike. Everybody's distracted. I'm at least bunting that ball and then running the bases. You got to pad your stats. Take that W. Because obviously, first of all, let's be honest, he's shit at baseball. He's scared to bat.
He sucked at everything.
His mom is
pretty
having his mom's having to sign to him to breathe while he's in the the batter's box.
In the batter's box, yeah. He's not very good, but you think he would have the focus to not look up at the fire in the sky?
I mean,
He's-
if
he's
he
10 years old or
if he
12
didn't-
years old.
If he wasn't such a sucky kid, yeah, he would have.
Yeah, you make a good point. But let's talk about the plot. The first movie started on day 89 after the invasion when their son gets killed, basically when their son gets killed. And this one starts on day 74, moments after Lee is killed at the end of the first one, and it shows the prologue scene was when it shows the invasion actually when it started. You know what I mean?
Yeah, then it skips ahead.
Yep, and then it skips ahead to day 474. Evelyn has given birth to the baby. It's moments after Lee has died, maybe a few days or something.
Yeah,
after.
they're leaving the house compound.
Yeah, they're trying to find shelter and safety and civilization and stuff, and they're running out of supplies and hope and energy and all that stuff. And then they run into Emmett, who's played by Cillian Murphy, and he's shortly after that, the daughter discovers a signal on the radio that says that there's an island about a day away, and that's really what starts the plot. About 20, 30 minutes in or so. That's the inciting incident, I would think you could say, is when the girl discovers that this signal, and then she she wants to go to the island. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think it's a very good plot. I think I would say even better than the first, because the first one's just. I would hear me out.
Okay,
Hear me out.
Calm it down.
This is what my thoughts are. It was on par with the first one. The first one I feel like had a bigger impact initial viewing,
Yeah.
but the second one
because-
has more rewatchability.
That's because the first one establishes the world and the characters.
Yeah, it's tough to
which
make a
that's
sequel
fine,
that lands like the
they're
first
on.
one.
Yeah.
I'm saying they're on par
Always.
with each other. Like I give them both about the same rating, but the first one was like, I don't know, like a bigger experience, I guess, at first. But like, don't rewatch it because you start to question things and start to like it a little bit less. Whereas the second one, I feel like you can rewatch it and won't have as
Why
many
do you like the
issues.
first one less upon rewatching?
Just not really plot holes, but you start to question decisions and stuff because the first time you see it, like it was an odd thing, like it was a almost silent horror movie, and then like so everybody's roped into that, and it's a packed theater. But then like if you watch it again, like when the kid dies in the beginning, you should never have a child in the front or the end of your line. Like parent front, parent back, kids in the middle. Seems common sense.
Could have just been a lapse in judgment. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
You don't
but
know
like,
what you would do
But
if you
I'm
were
just
that
saying,
kid.
like, it didn't
Yeah, you can't-
bother me the first time I saw it.
right.
Because you're, like, involved in it. And then if you watch it again, you start to pick it apart.
Yeah, I understand.
Which not
that, yeah.
not necessarily plot holes, but you're just like, come on.
I mean, in my
Logic
opinion,
and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you ever make a sequel and you say it's on par with the first one, then the sequel
You did a
is
good
better.
job.
The
Yes.
better, because
Yeah.
you never expect the sequel to be as good
Right.
in the first one.
Yeah.
And you're taking away like that initial like new world, new characters, like that excitement. You know what I
Right.
mean? Yeah.
And
so
then
you're
like,
taking
I-
that away and just
I-
going on basically plot and how well it's done.
I think they did a really good job of introducing more dialogue, but, like, in a way that made sense. Like Cillian Murphy being smart enough to shack up in that factory where he says in the movie, there's 3 feet of concrete between us and them. We can talk down here. It's no big deal. And then when he goes in like the little hatch and he has a timer on his watch that dings every time, like you're going to run out of air. Like it was smart how they did that so they could have more dialogue and keep people engrossed in the movie.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's also like what was so good and shocking about the first one is how little dialogue there is.
And yet how engaging it is.
Yeah, but then if you watch if you watch it again or more than 2 times or whatever, like it starts to be a drag. Like, okay, I get it. There's
Yeah, we get it. Yeah, we get it. They can't talk.
Right.
And I know what you're saying. Yeah, but it's pretty great plot when she discovers the signal. That's what sets it in motion. Yeah, that and then the mother Evelyn or whatever, she asks Cillian Murphy's character to go help her daughter. Yeah, and then they eventually make it to the island, and then she uses the hearing aid, puts it up to the radio thing, and it broadcasts out, and then whoever has a radio can kill the monster. So that should be the end of the story. I think it was a perfect way to wrap it up and a perfect
Yeah, there's no need for more.
perfect conclusion, really.
How long could she fucking take to put that hearing aid up to the microphone at the record or the radio station?
Yeah.
Because she's watching Cillian Murphy get slayed by a monster, and she's just diddly-daddling, looking at the record player, being amazed at all these gadgets. And then, like, after literally 10 minutes, puts the hearing aid up to... Already people have died, helping them get to the radio station.
Oh yeah, that town is ravaged. That town is ravaged.
why would just get in there and put it up to the microphone immediately? Like,
Yeah.
that's the whole point of the fucking movie.
Yeah, but you wanted that. She wanted that drama.
I understand. Well, she didn't want that. The writer wanted that.
the writers wanted
The
that.
writers wanted to build the suspense, but land the fucking plane. Just
Slow-
start killing
slow-mo
aliens.
holding it up to the alien as everyone's getting murked. But yeah, part 2, great story. I didn't think it was a cash grab like a lot of horror sequels are. I thought it was like had a purposeful, had a meaningful plot. You know what I'm saying?
It could have also been called Emily Blunt's forehead vein, because that thing was like... Did you see that thing?
That
like,
boy was
oh my-
popping.
I thought it was makeup at first. It was like out of her head so far.
Yeah. Also, this is not a poke at the movie or anything, but I was genuinely curious. How long would cell phones and or the internet last in a situation like that?
I mean, we'll never know.
I mean,
Unless-
we could probably ask somebody and they could tell us.
Yeah. That was a year.
How would
and
they know, though?
5 months in,
Just based
4 or
on-
5 months into it. So
I mean, how long? They probably know how long the systems can keep running without a human actually maintaining them.
Yeah. You never know. I mean, technology's so crazy these days. They could probably set it up for automation for forever.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So
Who knows?
I could be playing FIFA online with people in Zimbabwe. You never know.
Yeah.
You can be silent playing video games online. That's probably how I
You
would die.
can't. You can't.
That's probably how I would die.
Spiking a controller. Oh shoot! No, spiking a controller. Boom. But what do you guys think was the strongest attribute, or feature? What do you think was the strongest thing in this movie? Strongest.
I really think it was pretty strong. The family you really become attached to, except for the son. The action scenes were really good. Yeah, he sucks so bad. The action scenes were awesome. They were really well done.
Which one was your favorite?
The opening was probably the best one.
What was not my favorite? Cillian Murphy's mummified wife being in his base.
Yeah, there was literally.
Kick that body to the curb immediately.
Don't know what the point of that was.
She died 11 weeks ago. Okay?
That's 10 weeks too long to hold on to the
body. He was
body.
still attached to her. He'd been married to her. I don't know if they said, but I think
she was dying of cancer, is supposedly so it was supposed to be emotional. I don't fucking care.
I think they were married for a long time, so you don't kick her body to the curb after 11 weeks.
100% you do.
No, you do not. It's not hurting anything.
That's
it's
fine.
Not,
but what's the
he
point
was in there alone.
What was the point of showing the kid unveil
I'd rather
being
be
out?
alone than with a mummified body of my wife.
That's showing you that he's got a heart, and he's not going to...
That's not how it came across at all, though.
That's how it came across to me.
Okay, well, you're a creep then.
Yeah, I am. Everybody knows this. That's true. Everybody knows this. I don't care. But I think it showed that he has heart, and he's not going to kick his wife's body to the curb, who he's been married to for years.
I think she'd be fine with it.
Yes.
Yeah, but he's not fine with that. He'd feel guilty for doing that.
If we're hanging out in a post-apocalyptic world and I die, feed me to the fucking aliens, bud. Please do.
No, but how about the action sequence where she's the kids in the bunker and he's suffocating and she's got to battle that alien that's in between them to get them the oxygen? That is a cool one.
They all had something going on at once. So it's super suspenseful.
Very cool.
Honestly, that falls on the kid being a fucking idiot again.
Yeah.
He knocked the towel out and he locked them in the capsule, or there wouldn't have been a problem.
First of all, that towel, who's trusting a towel on a vault?
It worked for over 11 weeks.
Kid got there.
That's true. That is true.
Cillian was fine.
Honestly, okay. When the kid was sharing the oxygen tank with the baby, and he looked like he was conflicted, I literally thought he was just going to take the oxygen and shut the baby in that thing and let it die.
I really did too. I was like, is this kid
I thought he was going to turn into a badass.
That would have been gnarly, honestly.
Is this going to be a heel turn? Super heel turn, That would have been crazy.
Yeah, the movie would have got pretty bad reviews if that happened.
That would have been that would have been the darkest mainstream turn ever. Crazy. But
I'm not saying I support baby death, but if that happened, I probably would have applauded, honestly.
Yeah. That would have been a nice. That would have been.
I don't support it, but I would have given it 2 thumbs
Just
up.
because it would have been daring as
I would
a
have
movie.
stood up in the theater and said, "You go get him."
That would have been the.
You got him.
That would have been the first. That would have been the first. That would have been the first bad thing that kid has ever done. Real manly thing. You know what I mean?
That's manly to kill a baby?
Okay, Ben. First of all, Ben is pro keeping mummified wife.
I know.
Second, kill a baby. Manly as fuck.
It's gonna be the name of your book.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
But what is this?
I do know what you mean, but
the balls it takes to kill a baby.
I feel like it doesn't take that much balls.
It's gonna be the name of your memoir.
Balls it takes
Kill a
to
baby,
kill a
manly as fuck.
All right. Let's get to ratings.
Yeah, we get a little off the rails here.
Let's get to ratings. What did you guys give it? I'm going to tell you my rating first. I gave it an 8 out of 10. I thought it was great. I thought it had a great plot, great characters, great action sequences. I thought it was better than the first. I gave the first a 7 out of 10. I gave this an 8 out of 10.
I gave the first an 8 out of 10, and I gave this an 8, maybe 8.5 out of 10.
Nice. Yeah, I love it. Joe, what
I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Okay, what'd you give the first?
I would say the first 7.5.
Okay, you thought that one was a little better.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, we're all on pretty much the same page on this one. Yeah, I mean, for the most part.
Yeah.
But great movie. Awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and there's not a more.
And it was a good movie for you to come back to theaters.
That's exactly what I'm going to say.
I am not for a long time, but I have gone to more movies than you have.
Yeah.
I recently started going back to the movies, so it wasn't my first Back to the Dance. It wasn't my first one.
Yeah.
But it was the best one.
What was your first actual one back?
I think I saw Kajillionaire during COVID.
Is that an Indian movie?
No.
Okay.
It was not great, but it was okay.
I think this movie was it was pretty much made for theaters. So
Yeah.
if you see it in theaters, you're gonna have a better experience.
And then
For sure. Like the sound design is just so unique and just awesome. Like
no,
how
I can't because I know I saw something else before like lockdown started. But then since then, probably
No, I'm saying back. Yeah, back like
one. Yeah, but then I saw Demon Slayer, the anime movie.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it.
We saw Conjuring. I saw Conjuring in theaters. You guys didn't.
Yeah, I watched it here.
And meet the house next door. Meet the Blacks. too.
yeah. You mentioned that last week. Yeah, I think we might have to see this, Joe, so we can freaking review this movie.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I love Cat Williams
Meet the Blacks. What is it? The house next
The
door.
House Next Door. Meet the Blacks too.
and Mike Epps.
Yeah.
Sport
Which
Actor.
I watched. I had not seen the Meet the Blacks the first one. I watched it at my office at work, in preparation for seeing part 2 because I had to see part 2.
Would you consider this a horror movie, Quiet Place 2, or more like a thriller suspense? Because
I would say if you
Sci-fi.
It flirts the line.
yeah.
'Cause
You know,
there's enough. Like, because Signs people consider a horror movie.
yeah, I guess
Just
anything
because
with
that one
aliens.
scene.
Yeah,
most movies I think toe a line between like 2 to 3 genres. You know what I mean? This and I think if you put them on a tier list, I think horror would be the bottom one of the 3. Like,
However,
it dabbles in horror.
This movie
well, what do you think it is mostly?
Horror.
I did find out.
No, I think
It's the third tier.
thriller, suspense, horror. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to rethink that.
I
don't
did
know.
find out through this movie
Maybe a tie between all 3.
that my sister's husband,
That was the most convoluted mess ever.
my sister's husband said he does not watch horror, thriller, suspense, these type of movies, and I'm gonna say, has me doubting a lot of things right now.
He doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't watch any of it because he's like, and then he gave some excuse like, "Oh, well, life is scary enough." And I
Did you punch him in the
away.
face when he
I
said that?
walked away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
that's a dumb thing to say. That's like,
Oh, we might have to cut this.
yeah. Tell us how you really feel.
Was he like sipping farts out of a wine glass when he said that, or?
I don't.
No,
I don't even
no.
watch television. You know. I get the hell out of here.
All right.
No, but that was good. That was a good review. We'll be back next week. What do you guys want to watch next week? You got any ideas?
I mean, if any of these movies we've talked about are good, we can review them.
Yeah,
Surf 2,
these
Six Extreme Samurai,
Vinegar Syndrome movies.
or even Voyagers.
Voyagers, yes. Yeah,
Don't know.
we might watch one of those 3 and come back at you next week. But A Quiet Place 2, what final rating? We'll say it. We have 3 now. We came up with 3. We got watch it, go see it, watch it ASAP, or see it if you get the chance. Give it a chance whenever, or skip it.
Why are you always gonna add stuff? You can stop it.
Give it a chance whenever, or
It's a
skip
little
it. So we
thing.
got
Just a
3.
little movie. Go watch the little movie.
This is okay. This is top tier. Go see it.
Yeah.
Done deal.
Yeah. I would say
For this one, just go see it.
go see it. Yeah, yeah.
Whatever kind of movies you like, it hits all of the
And,
notes.
and if you hate it, you're probably pretentious, and I don't want to know you anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, I think we need to put a 4th one in there because we got watch it ASAP, and then we put go see it, and then we put watch it, give it a chance whenever, and then skip it.
If you add too much depth, it's going to be pretty murky waters.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? Just go see it ASAP.
Yeah, that movie for sure.
Yeah, go watch it ASAP. Go see it ASAP. It's really good.
I mean, it's gonna take some time for viewers to learn what we like in movies.
Yeah.
So movies are very subjective. So
100%. Yeah.
you're not gonna like what we like
I don't-
all the time. 'cause we
Yeah.
like
I
some
disagree.
insane stuff.
We do.
I disagree. If you don't like what I like, you suck.
Okay, well there's that.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Maybe I'm kidding. A little bit.
All
But
right.
you like a very wide variety of stuff. So
He does. Yeah. I do too. Yeah.
It's very true, but I'm very close-minded while being open-minded.
Yeah. That makes sense.
not at all. Brother.
Yeah. On that, that's it. That's the second movie review from the Lucky Pierres. We'll see you next week.